Hello everybody, this is Jovino Santos Neto speaking here for Piano Groove, and I'm doing this short 10-minute lesson on chord voicings. I believe, it is my firm belief, that the quality of the music you play, the quality of the sound you have on your instrument is totally related to the quality of your chord voicings. That's why to be able to define what good chord voicings are and how they're effective is a really important thing to work on. And we keep working on this all the time. Some of the basic parameters for you to think about how chord voicings are important are, for instance, how balanced are your chord voices? So what does it mean to be a balanced chord voicing? It means, for instance, that your voicings are open. See, I'm playing right now, right here at C major 7 chord voicing. See how I'm doing this open, like. And you also notice that there's no redundancy. So efficient chord voices are often non-redundant, especially if they happen in the central region of the piano. So I'm going to play some chords for you right here, and I'll kind of like say the names of the chords. You also will see the MIDI afterwards with light up notes, and you can see what I mean by efficient and effective chord voices. They're also usually non-symmetrical. Like this is a symmetrical chord voicing. So a lot of people play that with their right hand, with their left hand. Even though this is a correct, technically, theoretically correct chord voicing, it does not work. It does not have the same sound, for instance, that this would do. See right there? See, this is a chord voicing that works very well. And this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 note chord voicing for C major 7. I don't have to play all these notes. I can just do that. But since the hands are there, see? Very basic voicing. This is another one. Now it's 6 voicing. Open it up. As you move towards the right hand of the piano, you will see that you can double some notes, for instance. Yeah, sounds good, eh? Look at this. All C major 7. Move down. You don't have to play all notes at the same time. Many times, especially towards the low end. Having shells in your left hand is really important. This is a 1-5-6 shell. 1-5-7. 1-3-6. 1-5-9. So these are all really cool shells that you can use when you are playing, for instance. That's the A section of a beautiful song by Walter Santos called Amanhã, and I'm going to probably show you that song in another lesson. But right now I'm talking about the usage of voices. When comping, often you can use, of course, the bass. This is not a straight-ahead jazz song that you have to walk the bass. Even if you play some of those, you could do too, but you don't have to, especially if you're playing with a bass player. You don't want to compete with the bass player walking the bass. But here's one thing. This is a simple tune, so I'm going to use these changes. C major 7, G minor 7, C7, F major 7, F minor 7. Look at this voice. That's a nice one. B flat 7, E flat major 7, A flat major 7, D minor, G7 can be 13th, flat 9, that's so pretty, yeah? Even you can add sharp 11, oh, flat 9, sharp 9. All of them together. Look, this one has all the beautiful. And these are all voices, even though you might think that they're complicated, complex voices, you see that in no moment my hand was never like overstretched. My hand is always in a very relaxed position. See? This is a if you want to use minor 6 voice, it's a beautiful one. Look. F minor 6, B flat minor 6, A flat minor 6. And you notice that a minor 6 chord is the same voicing as a dominant 7, 1/4 above, like G sharp minor 6, or A flat, C sharp 7, 13, 9, here's the 3rd and the 7th. So instead of trying to compress too many notes, I always try to balance. And that's one reason also you can play by creating voices that have that level of relaxation. It means that you can do rhythmic stuff that's very much more creative than just trying to bang all the notes together and holding. The important thing is always the posture at the piano, where the way you sit and the way you put your hands right there. You don't see my full arm, but you see that my wrist, I'm not holding my shoulders like that. I'm really relaxed, and that reflects in the sound. The other thing that you cannot see right now, but I should mention too, is important. I'm going to get up so you can see that. You see right here, a lot of pianists, they play like that with their elbows glued to their sides. And that means there's very little motion, sideways motion. The moment you do that, you open the wings, you see how the angle of the keys change. Now look at the keyboard. That's with my, see, opening the elbows. That, I'm not saying you have always to have your elbows open like wings in an airplane, but what I'm saying is that you should take advantage of the rotation of your shoulders and your elbows to change the sound of your player. If you play on a keyboard, it doesn't change so much. If you're playing on a real acoustic piano, you'll just notice how your tone would change. So these, the usage of the good voices, it's also very important to coordinate with your position at the piano and be clear that all of these will change the sound, will change the tone of your instrument. The piano, especially a good piano, responds. That's why one person at one piano has a sound. Another person at the same piano has a completely different sound, because it's a different combination of arms and tendons and muscles and bones. But most of all, the attack, the approach. I don't even like to call it an attack, because you're not attacking the instrument. I love the expression tickling the ivories, because you're actually trying to make the piano smile. You're trying to make the piano sing or make it cry. So this is really important when you're dealing with chord voices, to be aware of all of those issues. This is a mental process that you do as you, because many times people practice mechanical things, like they go and play. This is a known famous exercise for, flexibility and technique in the fingers, or scales or things like this. It's all good. I'm not telling you scales are bad. But many times, because they're all mechanical exercises, they propel your mind into a state of basically being not there, being not present, being outside. Immediately you start to think of other things. You're playing this. What's for lunch? Oh, I gotta check my email. Oh, my fingers are itching. All the other things that will be distractions to the actual act of like. See, like sometimes adding a little crunch is really good for voice. So look at this. This is a C minor voicing. Oh, but where's the 7th? You can put it here, or you can put it. You don't have to add, because it's a chord. It does not mean that you play all the notes at the same time. It means that you create a cloud of possible notes. And then you choose, you use your musical intuition to realize how to find these notes. All these things are really important, and I think that if you listen and you look at this lesson and you see how my work, see, I can leave my hand, basically let the hand fall anywhere on the instrument. I love inverted voices, voices that have major, minor, or 7th, that have either a 3rd or the 7th, or sometimes even the 5th on the bass, like this. Look at this, C major, you add the 2nd to it with the E on the bass. And because this It's already going high. You can double. See how beautiful? Look at this. C minor with a B flat bass. Look at this, beautiful. E flat with a G bass. Mickey minor. F minor. E major. E flat minor. Isn't that pretty? Those are some ideas that hopefully will be useful to you. And come back, watch this again, and check out some of the other lessons I'll be recording. This is Jovino Santos Neto for Piano Groove. Thank you so much.